Welcome to the screen capture video for completing your portfolio assignment, which is your final project for the Student Success for Higher Learning course. When you are starting the assignment, the first thing that you need to do is go to eConestoga and open up your home page. You'll notice that when you open up the home page, at the top there is Course Tools. When you click on that, then the next page that will come up is your assignments page. The assignments page is where you're going to find all of the different assignments that you have for the semester, along with the due dates that they have and whether or not you have submitted the assignment. Scroll down on this page and you'll come to the portfolio assignment. The portfolio assignment consists of 3 different sections, and each has their own due date. When you want to find the portfolio assignment and what is required, you go down to the final portfolio and you click on the portfolio assignment document. When you've downloaded the Word document, this is what you're going to see. So for the portfolio, this is a self-reflection of what you have learned in this course. Now, I realize that a lot of it is a little bit difficult because you haven't had that much class time. But by reading through the PowerPoint slides and also by looking at the textbook and other resources, you can find a lot of information. So what you're going to do is you're going to choose 4 of the topics that are listed here. The first one, the results of your learning styles or multiple intelligences, is what we did right at the beginning of the semester. This includes the intelligences like verbal linguistic, logical mathematical, naturalistic, etc. For the second one, it asks about the study techniques that fits the results of your multiple intelligences. Now remember, these are your strongest intelligences. The handout that I gave you at the beginning of the semester that has the multiple intelligences information has study information in there. The next thing that you can discuss is a plan for your future education or career path and in the 2 next steps that you plan to take to complete this. These steps should be well researched. The next one is at least 2 discoveries about yourself. So what have you found out about yourself this semester? Are you a good planner? Are you a good organizer? Are you good at maintaining your finances? Are you good at managing your stress levels? Have you learned how to deal with test anxiety? These are just some of the topics you can talk about. The next one is at least 2 accomplishments related to this course that you achieved during this semester. Have you become better at using SMART goals? Have you become better at time management? Have you become better at studying? Anything that you've learned you can discuss here. The next one is an explanation of what a SMART goal is and a personal SMART goal to assist you in your success. When you're discussing this one, remember that the goal you're explaining must be explained fully in terms of whether the goal is specific and how it is, whether it's measurable and how it is, whether it's achievable and how it is, whether it's realistic and how realistic it is. How is it realistic for you? And finally, is it timely? And explain how it is timely. The next topic you can talk about is wellness strategies. You can talk about physical, emotional, or mental health. The last one is one strategy that has not already been listed, but that you'll continue to use from the course. So is it something like financial planning, which is found in Chapter 11? Is it knowledge about plagiarism and academic integrity that we've discussed? It could be any number of topics. So these are the ones that I want you to sit and think about before you sit down and write your proposal, which is the first part of the assignment. When you're ready to begin your proposal, go back to the assignment tab on eConestoga and go to the portfolio assignment. There you will see the portfolio proposal document. Again, you're going to click on that and download it, and it's a Word document. This is what I'm expecting to see in your Word document. Again, note that all of this is an individual assignment. So when you're planning your proposal, you need to think about the 6 elements that I've listed here. What topics you're going to discuss. If the topic is really broad and you want to focus on something specific, what area will you focus on? Also, how are you going to organize your paper? This paper will be submitted as a memo, and each of your 4 topics will be a portion of that memo. The next thing I want you to consider is the research you'll use for your portfolio, and you need to use at least 4 sources. Your textbook can be one of them. Make sure that your sources are good enough to pass the CARS test. When you are writing your proposal, remember that this is a plan for what you are going to do. If, when you find you're writing your final portfolio, the research that you've acquired is not good enough, don't worry about changing for the final paper. It's fine to do that because sometimes when we're planning, what we have found looks good enough, but once we're actually writing our assignment, it doesn't really apply. So feel free to change that research. Number 5 is, when is the outline due? And again, in order to find this, all you have to do is go back to the assignments page and the due date is there. And the last is when you plan to submit the final paper. Again, the final due date is found on the assignments page. The next part of the Word document actually contains the memo template. And all you have to do is fill this in. So it's to me, of course, from you with your first and last name, the date for when the memo is due, and what you are going to include in the message. The subject line in a memo is like the subject line in an email. It reflects what is going to be contained in the message. So your first paragraph are the topics that you're going to choose and the areas you're going to focus on, how you'll organize the topics, what research you'll use, the time for completing the outline and the drafts of the paper, and a closing sentence. And this is often a sentence that says, I plan to submit my final paper by such and such a date. I hope my plan meets your approval. Notice you do not have to put your name or any salutation at the end. Once you have completed writing your memo, then you go back to the assignments page and you click on the Not Submitted button for the portfolio. This is what you are going to see when you click on that page. But you scroll down to Add a File. When you click on the Add a File, then this is the page that will show up. So click on My Computer, and here you will see the upload. If you click on that, it will give you access to the different files on your computer. Once you've uploaded it, then click Add, and then submit your document. For the next part, the outline is much like an outline for an essay. It doesn't have to be incredibly detailed, but it should be organized. If you click on the portfolio outline document, this is what you're going to get. It's a checklist of what I expect to see on your outline. If I can check all of these, then you're going to get perfect. So again, notice we're looking for the memo format used. Memo headings are filled out correctly. The introduction points are included, conclusion points are included, in-text citations are provided, the reference page is provided, and it's logically organized. For each of your body paragraphs, I'm looking at a paragraph in point form with your research included. Finally, for the assignment itself, again, you can download the portfolio assignment document, but you'll also notice the rubric is there in case you're wondering how it's graded. When you download the portfolio assignment document, this is what you're going to see. And you'll notice that at the bottom, there is a memo template for you. I have made this much smaller, but this gives you an idea. So when you are writing your assignment, your introduction is much like an introduction for an essay. You are also going to have headings for each of your body paragraphs. The headings reflect what is contained within that paragraph. So for example, if one of your topics is SMART goals and how you're using them, the heading can just be SMART goals. Each of the body paragraphs is going to include a topic sentence, the body, and the conclusion. Remember that this is your final assignment and it is showing me what you have learned this semester. So each paragraph should be at least 8 sentences long, if not longer. For each of your body paragraphs as well, you will require an in-text citation. So you'll need to have a quotation or a paraphrase or a summary of information from research that you have used. You're also going to write a conclusion or a summary, much like you would find for an essay. Again, choose one or the other. So when you're completing your assignment, write conclusion or summary, not conclusion or summary. The last part, of course, is filling out your references page. If you are having difficulty with your references page, again, you can go to APA@Conestoga, and that will give you information about how to reference sources. I hope this has helped, and good luck with the final assignment.